Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember where we are and what the fuck happened?
We are in Isaiah, and we have gotten used to using normal pens and having sex for profit's sake.
With profits.
With profits for the prophecy to then name somebody who we name for it. And I don't know. There was a lot of crazy shit. So
yeah,
that's all. That's all I got.
Telling the future with a normal Tuesday activities. Yes.
Yes. So that was Isaiah chapter 8.
It sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're going to be getting into
Isaiah chapter 9.
You ready to do this?
Okie dokie.
All right.
Okay, so we are in Isaiah chapter 9. But it starts with the word nevertheless.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is go back and read the last couple sentences from chapter 8.
To find out where the fuck the nevertheless came from?
Yeah, because it's like if it said, and then.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, we're starting at the end of chapter 8 here. And it says, consult God's instruction and the testimony of warning. If anyone does not speak according to this word, they have no light of dawn. So that's like saying you have to follow God's word and speak of God with God's word.
Okay.
And if somebody starts saying shit that isn't right,
yeah,
don't believe them.
Okay.
Because you know better. And
because you fear God. You
know
are
God.
walking upright and straight and on the straight path.
You're on the right path.
Yeah.
Not the left path.
And yeah.
And
you fear God.
Follow your nose. It always
God.
knows.
Right.
Yeah. Distressed and hungry, they will roam through the land. When they are famished, they will become enraged, and looking upward will curse their king and their God. Then they will look toward the earth and see only distress and darkness and fearful gloom, and they will be thrust into utter darkness.
Yeah.
Nevertheless. Okay?
Yeah.
So now we're in chapter 9.
Okay.
There will be no more gloom for those who were in distress.
Okay.
So that is funny because he's like,
but
distress. And then the next chapter, he's like, JK.
Right. Because, but so like, does that, I'm assuming that doesn't actually apply to everybody.
It sounds like he's saying if you weren't in distress because you were living the high life, distress is coming for you. But if you were already in distress, I'm not going to give you more.
Or everybody's going to be in distress, but the ones that fear God and love God will end up being okay, whereas the other ones won't. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Either one of those. I'm not
Right.
sure which.
Sure.
In the past, he humbled the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali. But in the future, he will honor Galilee of the nations by the way of the sea beyond the Jordan. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. God's a-coming.
Okay.
When you see him rolling.
So is this... I would assume that Christians see this as their way into God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, God used to be just about Israel, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, but no, see, other people are seeing the light now and whatever.
They coming,
yeah.
You have enlarged the nation and increased their joy. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, as warriors rejoice when dividing the plunder, the booty.
Yeah, right.
But not the child booty.
Right? Yeah, like that happened way too often in the Bible.
Yeah. For as in the day of Midian's defeat, you have shattered the yoke that burdens them, the bar across their shoulders, the rod of their oppressor. Every warrior's boot used in battle and every garment rolled in blood will be destined for burning, will be fuel for the fire. Oh, okay. Here we go. And now we have some shit that is Christian-like.
Got it. Yeah.
For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. So you can see how the Christians have snagged this, right?
Yeah, but the wording there doesn't exactly fit Jesus either. The government was not on his shoulders, from what I understand. He was not like government official or anything.
Right.
He was not a king or anything like that.
But he's the king of kings.
He's just the Messiah, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're making they're doing extra work to make this fit.
Yeah, definitely.
Still,
because the Jewish say no, we're still talking about that one Emmanuel guy who's not the Jesus Emmanuel guy.
Right.
It's the one kid.
Yeah.
That
That's
I fucked
not
a
Jesus.
prophetess.
Right.
Yeah. I kissed a prophetess and I liked it. Yeah. Of the greatness of his government and peace, there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this.
Okay, again, they're equating two things. Like, some of this sounds human, like taking David's throne. Yes, Christians could backtrack this to make it sound like that's the kingdom of heaven, right?
Right.
But at the same time, it could just as easily just be a kingship,
Yeah.
And so they're trying to make something out of something.
Something else.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not quite the...
It's like, we're not talking about you. This isn't about you. This isn't for you. Oh my God.
And I can totally see like the Christian preacher or pastor or whatever up there picking these chapters apart and saying, this says this and that says that. And
this fulfills the prophecy of Isaiah.
No, I can hear the words,
right.
I can hear the things that would fit. But when you look at this thing overall,
right,
it doesn't quite match. And also you have to realize that at some point, another human wrote the New Testament.
Yeah.
Another human wrote that and had already known about Isaiah.
Right.
And made this fucking fit.
Right.
As best they could.
Yes.
It just, the
retrofit is just amazing.
Right. I mean, I just don't see, like, to base as much anger and hatred and I don't know. the shit that happens with the right-wing Christian nationalists, to base all this off of this
Right.
is absurd.
Yes.
I don't get it. So whatever. Sorry, continue.
You were getting off on a tangent.
I was.
The Lord has sent a message against Jacob. It will fall on Israel. All the people will know it. Ephraim and the inhabitants of Samaria, who say with pride and arrogance of heart, the bricks have fallen down, but we will rebuild with dressed stone. The fig trees have been felled, but we will replace them with cedars. But the Lord has strengthened Rezin's foes against them and has spurred their enemies on. Arameans from the east and Philistines from the west have devoured Israel with open mouth. Yet for all this, his anger is not turned away. His hand is still upraised. He's still pissed, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
He's like, no, I'm going to kill all of you.
I mean, he's killed the entire planet before. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't expect something of this magnitude.
Is God still mad? Really? Let me work on my shock face. He's such a pissy baby. He's always mad.
He really is.
But the people have not returned to him who struck them, nor have they sought the Lord Almighty. So the Lord will cut off from Israel both head and tail, both palm branch and reed, in a single day. The elders and dignitaries are the head, the prophets who teach lies are the tail. Those who go, that could apply to today.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yes, please do cut them off, please.
Right.
Those who guide this people mislead them, and those who are guided are led astray. Therefore the Lord will take no pleasure in the young men, nor will he pity the fatherless and widows, for everyone is ungodly and wicked. Every mouth speaks folly. Hold on. He's saying they were led astray. They were misled.
Right.
So because of the fact that their leaders suck, I'm going to punish them too.
This was my entire problem with this story so far, is that you have to believe other human beings in order to get the message of God.
Right.
So if you have contradictory information, how is it at all your fault?
Right.
That you're not understanding the information being given to you when you have so many different messages being told.
Right.
It's just this whole thing, for God to get mad at you for not speaking to you directly, but trying to convey a message through a certain prophet who you're supposed to understand is the correct prophet somehow for no real reason.
Right.
It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't.
It's we're supposed to just understand, right? Like, as you're reading the Bible, you're supposed to understand that Isaiah is infallible as a prophet, and he is
for realsies,
like the real speaker for God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why would, let's just say today an Isaiah showed up, right?
Sure.
How the fuck would we know who he is? How the fuck would we know who to listen to?
Well, okay,
and
how about this? 90% of the Christians in America now are trying to tell me that Trump is the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to believe Trump? Are you fucking kidding me? I've listened to him speak and I've watched his tape. I've read his tweets. I can't believe him. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, if anything, in a Christian sense, he's the fucking Antichrist.
He is. He is. I don't understand. So, I mean, we've got like the very opposite of Isaiah today speaking. And Christians are telling us that we are supposed to take him as the prophet, as, the second coming of Christ. I mean, literally, I don't know if our international audience quite understands. There are some Christians out there who literally think that Trump is the end-all be-all, that he speaks for God, that he is being persecuted as Jesus was. And I don't know how I'm supposed to fit that into my brain and make it work, that this sexist, racist, homophobic piece of shit who doesn't give a crap about anybody, not even his own children, that he is a good guy and I'm supposed to just follow him.
Right.
He doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. from one second to the next. He doesn't know what country he's talking about. He doesn't know the leaders of different countries. He gets confused.
Did you hear he didn't even know what city he was
in?
in?
He didn't even know what city he was in. Yeah, I was listening to that with you.
Yeah.
He was in...
I think he was in Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
Thought he was in Sioux City or something like
yes,
that.
or vice versa.
Something like that.
Yeah. He was just... He's dumb. And look, I'm not smart, okay? I'm not trying to toot my own horn and say, I'm smart. I'm smarter than Trump. I'm not trying to get people to follow my lead. I'm not trying to like be the president,
right?
You know,
right.
So don't like try to pull me up by saying, well, if you think you could do better. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a fucking rock could do better.
Do you know that some of these right-wing Christian nationalists that are on like YouTube and shit now, they're referring to themselves as prophets?
That doesn't shock me. No, I was not aware of that, but it doesn't shock me. So we've got people walking around claiming to be prophets.
Oh yeah.
And we're supposed to just believe they speak for God. What?
Right.
What?
Right.
So yeah, I have feelings for these misled people that
Yeah.
God is so mad at.
Right.
Fuck you, God.
Because the ones that I've heard that say that they're prophets, fuck them.
Yeah.
I've heard their message. They're fucking horrible people.
Yeah. No, just this does not work for me.
Right, and again, how do you determine how? Like, I don't believe in God. Okay, like that we've established that.
Right.
But if God were to talk through human beings, how the fuck do you determine who is the correct human being?
Right.
What is the criteria? How is the layman supposed to figure that out? And then you choose to punish those people because they didn't follow the correct thing.
They guessed wrong.
It's complete and utter bullshit.
It's not fair. It's incorrect. It's not a good system.
Not at all.
God failed.
Yes.
The God in this book is a big, huge fail. And that doesn't surprise me because he's a human creation and humans are dumb and they suck.
Right.
Yet for all this, his anger is not turned away. His hand is still upraised because he's a fucking child. Surely wickedness burns like a fire. It consumes briars and thorns. It sets the forest thickets ablaze so that it rolls upward in a column of smoke.
Why is God never referred to as wicked when he's the one fucking killing people?
I wonder.
I'm just saying.
I wonder. By the wrath, I think he's a demon.
Right?
I think, according to the definitions given in this stupid book, I think he's a fucking demon.
Right.
By the wrath of the Lord Almighty, the land will be scorched, and the people will be fuel for the fire. They will not spare one another. On the right they will devour, but still be hungry. On the left they will eat, but not be satisfied. Each will feed on the flesh of their own offspring.
Oh. Damn, there's those
is.
Non-believing eating, yeah.
Atheists eating their babies.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Manasseh will feed on Ephraim, and Ephraim on Manasseh. Together they will turn against Judah. Yet for all this, his anger is not turned away. His hand is still upraised. The end.
Okay. I don't recall a lot of historical stories of like an entire country turning against each other and eating their babies and stuff. I don't think that actually happened.
No. You know what does
But it is
happen,
a horrible story to imagine.
You know what does happen is a lot of Christians who are closet pedophiles and closet sexually repressed individuals.
Right.
Who are disgusting.
Yeah.
So I think that if you took all of the depraved people in the world and asked them their religion, I bet the majority of them are Christian.
Well, or some sort of
religious
repressive religious sect of some type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you anything.
I don't think it has to be exclusively Christian. So
no, that's just who I'm mad at because of where I live.
Right. So. And the funny, so, I mean, I was in an argument the other day on Twitter with somebody, and they were talking about trans groomers and all this crap, and like they put up they've shared, it was somebody I'd argued with before, and they've shared the same article twice, like in these arguments, and I'm like, is that all you have? Because I can throw up 9 articles in a matter of 5 seconds with priests in the last week that did something that's
right
ridiculous,
right.
So I mean, and then they're like, and then they found one more article. I'm like, yeah, I just tossed up like 9 articles.
Yeah.
So you still got time to go, and that was just from this week. We were pulling up shit from like years ago.
Yeah.
So
guess what?
Whatever.
You're gonna find a shitty human being in every color, every age, and every gender, and every sexuality.
Right.
You're gonna find shitty human beings across the board.
Right. No, I mean, like that's the literal interpretation for Christians, is that it only takes one trans person to be a pedophile for them to be like, they're all evil and horrible. But you can have endless amounts of fucking preachers
fucking
and
boys.
pastors and priests doing this shit, and they don't give a fuck.
No.
They're like, well, they took advantage of the system. I'm like, what are you fucking, do you even hear yourself?
They
like,
don't do math, bro.
Right. And then they don't even admit that the churches are giving them a pass after the fact on top of that.
Right.
Like, they don't even get in trouble because the churches protect them.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right. I loved the movie Spotlight. It was so good, and it was about the Catholic Church and all of that stuff coming out.
Right.
So that was a good movie if y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah. Did you have some notes for this chapter?
No, actually, I think what I want to do is go back to our Q&A Saturdays, because we're getting into some like heavy stuff here.
Okay.
And I just feel like
maybe easier to talk about on an overarching basis as opposed to an everyday basis.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe I was being a little too boring in what's supposed to be fun. Like, we're supposed to read and react and have fun.
Sure.
And so I have notes, but I will hold off on them, and we'll bring back Q&A Saturday and talk about it then.
Sounds good. Okay, so I guess that's all we got for today then, right?
That is all we got for today, right?
That was Isaiah chapter 9.
Sure as fuck was.
And that means that we will be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 10.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.